This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. I'm neither of that. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit. I'm not reading that, but you can read it yourself. Hello everyone, my name is Oki-Doki and I'm going to be playing Doki-Doki Literature Club, but instead of reacting, I'm going to try just to stay as quiet as possible.
Oh my! What the hell? What did he say?
This is gonna be fun. Hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it just, I can't read, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. That was a question, but it didn't sound like one. We used to walk to school together on the days like this, but started around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she is going to chase me like this, and I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Okay, that's enough narrator voice. That's me, Big Daddy. When people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in me to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayuri. Hey, I can't read. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with our students making their daily commute. By the way, Big Daddy, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? Sure, it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she says she's going on about. Close enough. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content, just getting by on an average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. That's me. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Well, suck it, I already have become one. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. But Big Daddy does not care that you worry about me. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Because Big Daddy does not care. This mic in my shirt is very annoying. Anyways, more than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing because of how much I don't know how to speak English or read. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over but before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. You know, I smoked weed. I space out when I do that. He didn't say that. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Stupid idiot. Sayori. No. There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. I don't like literature, and that's coming from a man who has been trying to write a comic for so long and has pretty much given up. Anyways, not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please? Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I tell myself that every day. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. That's enough ear rape for one day. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Skill issue. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year class and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought up... Way to kill the atmosphere. Big Daddy, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All worries escape me in this situation. All words, not worries. Jesus. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. She must be a moody slidey base. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club, whatever. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I completely butchered the way that was supposed to be said, but who cares? It sounds like you already know Monika. Is that right? That's right. Great to see you again, Big Daddy. I'll never get over that. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in her class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So her smile at me was so genuinely feels great, a little. That's not at all what that says, but we'll go with it. You too, Monika. Sorry, Monika. Come sit down, big daddy. God damn it. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I like Yuri better. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? How about I take a piss and never come back?
What did he say?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room when Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? No, I'm not. Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little kitties. That's not what it said, but I don't care. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. What about the eyes? So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know.
I don't talk about it.
Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika, I follow. It's delicious. Simply delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get some icing on her face. Sounds a lot not like me, actually. I eat neatly. I turn the cupcakes around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. I don't do that. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but to notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She's waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The cupcake is so sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Probably not. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this from her before? Made them for you or anything. You made them nonetheless. It's only nice to think. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you. You know, you... Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. I sound like an AI because of the fact that I keep changing my accent. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. God damn it, I didn't make that. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Depends on the type of tea. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated by Yuri just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted Yuri looked away. I mean that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I actually do enjoy reading, thank you very much, Big Daddy. God damn, I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So it made you consider the literature club, bitch. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really helpful here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed, but can you stop talking like a freaking idiot? We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? I've never actually been a part of any clubs in school. That's just me. You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. If it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Nobody asked her though. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. Well, you could have started a book club, and that's basically the same thing, but when you don't say literature, it would... You get it. You're smart enough just to connect the dots. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate, and I'm just gonna leave that stutter and it's fine. No one cares. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees, but that wasn't really able to be told. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to just find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Big Daddy, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I can answer that for you then. Demon Slayer. Manga. Yep, close enough. Demon Slayer is manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perked up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. I always love those too, but visual novels like comics, I like pictures, okay? I'm an artist. The levels of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. You see, she gets it. This is why she's my favorite. Not because I'm stupid. Well, it's also because I'm stupid. I don't actually have any other reasons. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since that moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Me too, like Fortnite. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? My imagination is too wild, thank you very much. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I've been trying to find a lot of horror. Oh, I read a horror book once. I should really grab something I can relate to at the minimal level. Well, just be more like me, man. Simple. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. But if a story makes me think or take me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Well, I hate you. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second. Never mind. Because she's stupid, that's why. I love horror. Horror is awesome. Okay. That's right, usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind over the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Aloud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles. What the hell is sidle? Sidle? I don't know, sidle or whatever. Behind Natsuki and put her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I don't. I think that's impressive. No, I don't. Why do you share them sometimes? Yeah! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing for oneself. Okay, that's pretty poetic as it is. You must be willing to you must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Why does that just play a reading-based game? Anyways, do you have writing experience too, Yuri? I can't read out loud very well, because I don't do it often. I usually read in my head. Anyways, maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Well, you can read my poems. Roses are red, violets are blue. Whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Nani? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. And next time we meet, we will all share them with each other. That way everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have our new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Big Daddy? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with the fact, with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have one other clubs. Not one other. I still have other clubs to look at. I lose my train of thought. All four girls staring back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought. Big Daddy, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join a literature club. I only have one woman that I would ever do that for. Flash the picture on the screen, real quick, with a vine boon. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club, bitch. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over. Okay, I didn't read that because I'm an idiot. Let me wait. History. Write a poem. Monica looks over at me once more. Okay. Big Daddy, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress this class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Hey, Big Daddy, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yahoo! With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. The person who's gonna kill us all. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Wait, I get to write it? Pick words you think your favorite club member would like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Hi again, Big Daddy. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least you keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Was the last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. Well, that happens. Thank you for keeping your promise, Big Daddy. This isn't too overwhelming of a commute for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me he didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. That is the plan. If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Well, Skates, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. See? That's what I'm saying. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Plops, not plocks. Don't worry, guys. Big Daddy always gives it. Big Daddy always gives it. I'm just gonna screenshot this. He helps me with busy work beats. With busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Has my mouse always been on the screen? I'm sorry if that was the case. Sayori, that's because your room is messy and it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. It's that, so... You two are really good friends, aren't you? No. I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Big Daddy can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, come on, Yuri. You even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? Wow, that's insane. No one ever brings me anything. Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it seem like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. I don't think she knows how to think, actually. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation, and don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Well, I read all the time, and I love manga, so you should have gotten me that. If you didn't, I'm going to kill you. Yuri, thanks you. I'll definitely read this. No, I won't. I enthusiastically take the book. Okay, I just had a stroke. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in a corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the books. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Well, Notsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same books that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. Sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. Merp. You see, that's the merp face right there. That's what you do when you say merp. It only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Ominously. I was just spacing out. I muttered this sensibly and it made her uncomfortable. Sensing. I can't read. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just reading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to read some of it. Not for any particular reason, just curious of how come you have two copies of the same book. Well, when I saw the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I just had to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. That's what she said. I don't even know what the fuck I just said. Never mind. It's very engaging and relatable. Relatable story. Whatever. Is that so? What's about it? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over to the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost young sister. But as she does, her life gets really strange. She dies. She is targeted by people who escaped from a human experimental prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts falling apart. That's kind of... Oh wait, that's the wrong voice, sorry. That's kind of dark, isn't it? I like dark. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that's dark turn came from nowhere. I actually like that idea, actually. That sounds kind of cool. Ha 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 ha. Oh shit. Yuri gently giggles, Jesus, all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Big Daddy? No, it's not that. I could definitely enjoy this kind of stories, so don't worry. So, yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. I didn't. She's so shy. Jesus. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, their own philosophy they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you would relate it to the protagonist, they made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. General, I alert the guards with a clap of my own ass cheeks.
What did he say?
The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well start reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? Slip into the seat next to Yuri. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I'm not used to that either, actually. I don't fucking read with people. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Here is in the corner of my eyes. I raise that she is not actually looking at her own book. Of course she's looking at your book, dumbass. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you don't apologize. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. Here. This should work, right? I slide my disc until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of us. Good enough. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. How do you timidly close something? Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders almost touch. Close enough. It feels like my left arm is in a way, so instead of using my right hand to hold the book open. I feel like I read that wrong. Guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Mary takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. What the hell is a forefinger? Is that the middle finger? I don't know. Nice cock. Do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Actually kind of distracting me. Man, I can't read any of that, it's just lines. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little longer. That just makes me feel stupid. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. Oh, wrong voice. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri is no longer asking me if I am ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you in a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Big Daddy, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't think you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. ... I guess I meant that's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. I didn't read and write in any of them, actually. Oh wait, I didn't get to read that. I'm stupid. I think we might not have enough time if we wait too long. Okay, that's what that said. Yuri excels, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright? Oh, yeah, that's correct. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. She has Down syndrome, that's why. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Well, it's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ow, motherfucker. Alright. Guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference anyway. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read it with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in a book, then slip it back into my bag. I always put a frickin'... I usually actually use my receipt from the library for that, because I don't have bookmarks and I'm stupid and can't remember. By the way, did you remember to write the poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Jesus. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never had really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pulled out of their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition book, whatever. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply, as well as reaching into their bags. I just say myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Bam. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. That's not why I picked her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. ... As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Hey. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Oh. Yuri takes a deep breath. Notice I keep breaking my pronunciations and pronouncing them the English way instead of the Japanese way. That's an apology on my end. I'm stupid. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates that you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? No, I'm just good at writing lyrics, so it goes hand in hand, basically. Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time acting, really. No comment. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I didn't know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off on a funny excuse. Traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matters. Separate from the topic matters. Whatever. And they form fit the two together. The end result is the both of the styles and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changed. Her stammering is gone and sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something he can be blamed for. There's so many different skills, techniques that go along into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which it's kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be the literature club? I can't read cursive, but let's see. Ghost under the light. Tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Baffling, it must be this one, the last remaining street light that withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, baffled, but I don't know what the fuck that says. Call me? I can't read, I swear. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light thickens. Chicken. I read that as chickens. I frickin' back. Flicker. The light flickers, I flicker back, okay. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Yeah, I couldn't read any of that. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all. I was, because I can't read it. But it took you a long time to read, because I can't read cursive, thank you. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I don't read cursive very often because I can't read it. Actually, I think your handwriting's pretty Yeah. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Oh, the wrong fucking voice. Also, I like a poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easier to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Oh, wrong voice again. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Big Daddy. Jesus Christ. Really? I must have totally missed the point. I did. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and express experiences in their own work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps, the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too. Oh, wrong voice. Yours was impressive too. So, nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? She's doing the merp face again. Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Big Daddy. Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? How about the second one that I like the most? The dickhead. Well, it's about... I don't know the voice to give her. I haven't thought of this yet. Well, it's what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. It's not cute enough for your tastes. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway. Oh shit, I didn't get to read that. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. What's that supposed to mean? Eagle can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Bars. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Those are bars. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't... It was bars, man. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style would make your message any less valid. I read that wrong. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in a poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to read about it. Yeah, that's totally what I saw. That's totally what that meant. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I see, for rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. Guess more went into that than I realized. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro, bitch. Oh shit, my microphone. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Side of humor with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud of that, I won't take it away from her. The best friend. This is a good poem. This is a good poem, Big Daddy. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. That sounds so sad. It just reminded me of how you really were a part of a club now. How you're really a part of a club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Big Daddy. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's a part of the reason I joined. Like how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure that you have a lot of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! That you read my poem. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. At least I can actually read it. Unlike my favorite. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my whatever. Are you asking why is it capitalized like that? Wait, I don't think it is. I think it's just she can't write. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? Bars. I look above, the sky is blue. It's secret, but I trust you too. Bars. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Best ending. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or just how should I put it? Just sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I mean, eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I always skip breakfast. I get all cranky. I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. It's just so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. The next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it now. Oh, wait, I think that was the wrong voice. Whatever, doesn't matter. Well, I only have one choice. It's kind of stupid. Hi, Big Daddy. Having a good time so far? Oh, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you even have any suggestions for the club, new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha ha ha. Don't worry, Big Daddy. We're all a little bit embarrassed today, you know? It's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. Great job, Big Daddy. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I don't actually know what I wrote. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Oh, wait, wrong voice. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Ha. That's fair. That's not very fair. Whatever. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? That's the reason why I wrote it like that, you fucker. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who only simply directs words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when the readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it, or it's just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice while I'm ensuring Yuri has at the point, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I still had a stroke, whatever. I never really asked though. Sure, I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. You just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you'll have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahaha. Ahaha. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Jesus Christ. Okay, I can actually read it though, it's good. Hole in a wall. Head like a hole, back at your soul. I'd rather die than give you control. Anyways, let's actually read it. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction, sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. You forgot the apostrophe, I think. I wasn't home. I peered inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I feel blind, like a film left out. So, what do you think? I didn't get to read it all. It's very freeform, if that's what you would call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to be asking for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that's the kind of style I have pretty popular nowadays. It's gotten pretty popular, whatever. There's a lot of poems have to be putting emphasis on the timing in between words and lines. Performing out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it in, or whatever. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Also, cut out. An epiphany? Don't tell me you don't know what an epiphany is, you fucker. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. What the fuck? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific problem. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Anyways, another way to think about this. That's not what she said. Whatever. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. I don't know if that's true. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I was your host, Monica, the crazy person who's gonna kill everybody. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watched each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrows in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? No, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. Guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. He's cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. I couldn't actually take that out of that. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you haven't tried that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks. But I really come out, but it didn't really come out nice at all. I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Big Daddy did. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. Didn't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Big Daddy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Nosky suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so interested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Big Daddy appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a bigger size as soon as Big Daddy started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you, bitch. I don't like fighting you guys. Suddenly both girls turned toward me as if they noticed I was standing here. Big Daddy? She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. She could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this would have never happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain to her Big Daddy. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Big Daddy? Well... How do I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Sorry, but fuck you. Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. Understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, But here's the one thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. See, I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, even in Jesus Christ. And if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? No. Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at the point of being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Fuck you. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way, she crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki? She really didn't need to do that. She really didn't. Look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in adjacent chairs. What the hell does gingerly mean? Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone would. Could. Whatever, you know, it's just the same thing. I don't think anyone less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Big Too kind. Thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing, one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful, so, What thing did Natsuki say? Well, the boob size. Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for the one person, make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. I should learn how to read better. Out loud, anyway. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, mostly. Big Daddy, how about you? Yeah, I'd say about the same. It was a neat thing to talk about it with everyone. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you'll learn something new from your friends. Close enough. So your poem will turn out even better. I think to myself, I had to learn a little more about these kind of poems that everyone likes. With any look, that means I can at least do a little better job versus those I want to impress. Jesus Christ. I know to myself with newfound determination. I resist the urge to moan that. Big Daddy? Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I don't want their opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Big it's nice to get I can't take that name seriously. It's nice that I get to spend I can't. It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Said that more to myself than to her. But it's easy just to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, that's gonna be it for today. If you want this just to be a series, cool. I'm already gonna make this a series, so if you don't, I don't know. Goodbye.